As you can see, we've got another big heat hitting the lineup now. Josh Kerr up against Adam Melling. And this should be a good battle. Melling's had some good waves here in the past. Josh Kerr, a former finalist.
See if Josh can find a wave here to get the work done.
Here he goes. Tucking into the barrel. Nice bit of cover. Just has to push through that curtain at the end there. He's been one of the more consistent performers here over the past 4 years. But that won't be a huge score to kick things off here in Heat 7.
No, just manufacturing maybe a 3.5 or 4, something like that, I'm guessing. But he did well to bust through the curtain. So this wave not big enough to really gut out on the reef. I think those almond-shaped barrels that kind of drop back towards gums, it hits a deep spot.
In the lineup and just having that close camaraderie, but having to switch on that competitive nature, how does that work for you?
Yeah, it's tough, you know. Just days like I grew up surfing with him as a kid and just been travelling with him, and we're just such good mates. But yeah, we're super professional.
That was pretty incredible that Kyle was able to hang on to that. And another sneaky little barrel there for Josh Kerr. Almost landing this reverse, but just getting a little loose there, Ronnie.
Some movement here. Adam Melling taking his first ride. Sets up the tube, gets a bit of cover, still stalling inside there. And now goes Josh Kerr. This is a good looking wave. And straight in his rival's face. Melling and Kerr travel quite a bit of the tour together. But Josh not holding back there and letting Adam know that he wants the win.
But that little barrel from Caio Belli was so sick. First up, we're going to see Josh Kerr, though. Look at that, deep as you want to be on that little A-frame. So again, these rides today are a little tricky because they're small enough to hit that deep water boil on the outside, and 9 out of 10 times they'll pinch. But Josh did a great job of gauging that pinch and went right up over the foam ball. Before him was Adam Melling there, kind of missing, and you saw an example of that.
And Melling is chasing an 8.67 this way during the break.
You can see just a little puff out of the southwest right now, so that wind's changed a little bit this morning, but still doable. And that has opened up the old air wind factor for guys like Josh, and that wind kind of going into the face, so look out for people like him if they get a ramp. Josh doing a good job, Ronnie, right there, squeezing through that tiny little barrel. So that northwest swell that was huge just 2 days ago, dwindling.
When they're taking off a backdoor here, right under the ledge, and Josh Kerr's up again. This wave opened up very nicely, just enough to let him out. And he leaned hard on that rail for a pretty interesting little rebound there. Turned it into a backside floater.
I really liked it. That was so smooth. Could have got wrapped up in trying to overdo it and maybe kick the tail out. Nice barrel, deep as you want to be, but just a couple of seconds long. And I like that. It was very smooth, that transition. And he had so much time that he actually turned that rebound into a backside float.
Down the line, Josh Kerr just casually stalling as this wave just throws and holds open. He's going to get an easy exit. He's just styling his way through this heat at the moment.
As good as a little Aints wave as you want right there.
Josh had an easy roll in on this one.
Mellow roll in. So, you know, because that secondary swell, it's actually the main swell right now, is more facing out of the north direction. It's not as throaty and square. You can see it's kind of rolling down the reef, and that's when you get those easy drops. But look how perfect it is. Once it goes over shallow reef, it still pitches out. I mean, that looked like somewhere you'd see in Indonesia. Perfect wave. A lot of that, Ronnie, has to do with that southeast wind. It is groomed.
You can see that crowd in the background on the beach really starting to build too, but it's a completely different takeoff from that section of Aints where Josh rolled into that wave just compared to the main peak here. And it's sort of one of those funny feelings, isn't it? Because you just know that probably at that age, Kai might not be thinking QS. He hasn't been too psyched on the QS the past few seasons. But here we go. Back to Heat 7, round 2. Adam Melling getting his best wave of the heat so far. Out onto the open face, that compact style on show here as he lets go of a couple of decent turns. And right behind him, Otten, deep in the barrel.
He kind of gets scrappy and fired up. See Adam Melling right here, nice little barrel. Again, this is towards off the wall at that little Aints section. Compact little snap, watch this. Zips right through it. Adam Melling, so powerful. So a decent score for him. And look at the view here from the bird cam up above. But I'm interested to see this effort from Kai Otten too. I thought, you know, he's such an amazing tube rider. It was brilliant how he let go of his rail twice and actually pumped through that barrel.
Well, this one is being counted down, and Adam Melling, he has been knocked out here in the second round by Josh Kerr, who had a great heat, tapping into 3 very nice waves. The best of them, a 7.5 and a 7. Josh moving on through to round 3.